Hello and welcome to the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. It is Bank Al Fallah presents Mobilink Jazz Cup and the third one-day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. The series is beautifully poised with both teams 1-all, and the toss happened some time ago with the Pakistan captain Misbah ul Haq winning the toss and deciding to bat an important toss and an important toss to win. And one change in the Pakistan side. Sohail Tanvir coming in for Chima, while the Sri Lankans have gone in with an unchanged team, of course maintaining or retaining the winning combination. So two strong sides out there battling it out. So Hafiz will be opening the batting. Isn't it the best of run in the series? And we also take this opportunity to wish young Dinesh Chandimal a very happy birthday. He's 22 years today, Dinesh Chandimal, and he will be fielding. And Imran Farhat opening the batting for Pakistan with Hafiz. That's his record. Not a bad strike rate, decent average too. Imran Farhat. There you are, that's the birthday boy, Dinesh Chandimal. He's 22 today. He's played in 15 one-day games, and we wish him a very happy birthday. Lasith Malinga will start off proceedings, and up here with me, starting off, a very good afternoon to Danny Morrison.
Afternoon, Roshan, and warm welcome to everybody, wherever you may be around the globe. This fella, he's just such an inspiration. And he did it the other night, Monday, on this very ground, on this very same pitch. Here we go, 4-1.
Straight away a bit of shape from Lasith Malinga, and they'll get a run off the first ball. Hafiz have been struggling for runs in the one-day series. He did tell us earlier on that hasn't faced more than 10 balls, so he'll be quite determined. Well, that's the shape we're talking about. Off the pitch, didn't bounce too much. Very soft hands down the third man.
But, just on Lasith, yeah, fresh off that 3 for 36 from 9. He bowled a few wides, but such is the nature, it just adds to the uniqueness that is Malinga. Slinging action we know so well, and sometimes you might get a bit of erratic bowling, and all of a sudden he gets it right and puts it together. Massive.
Off the mark, short and wide. Not exactly short, but definitely wide. And Imran Farhat loves it in that area. So strong outside the off stump, like most left-handers are.
Well, again, just a little bit of a loosener. Certainly not revving into full pace yet as Lasith. But it just shows also that this surface is a beauty. On the walk, on the march. And the third one international, also the same strip, so it looks a beauty.
That's better, that's more like it. They'll get a single. Jeevan Mendis, the fieldsman. So they've got 6 of 3 balls. Let's not forget that this is the third game. It's played on the same surface. It's bound to have some wear and tear. To clip it off his toes. I think he overran it a bit and slipped in the end. But important, Danny, that Sri Lanka doesn't give easy runs, because I'm sure it's not going to be easy batting second on this. Bound to get a bit slower and lower. That's 4. That is 4. This has been a poor first over by Lasith Malinga. Very unlike him. He's bowled on both sides of the pitch and he's not really let it go.
Just mentioned a moment ago the erratic nature that can be about Lasith Malinga. Once again, the old left-hand, right-hand combinations. A lot of sides want to have that in an ideal situation. Left and right hand opening batsman just to do this sort of thing, unsettle a bowler and ask him to change his lines and maybe his lengths to different batsmen.
That's more like it. That's the line he will want to bowl. In fact, that's a bit quicker as well. He's just loosening up a few times. I would say the first 2 or 3 deliveries were almost looseners.
Yeah, I just wanted to. This day and age, he's had a lot of injuries, hasn't he? Lasith Malinga. Knee problems, few elbow issues. Not surprising with this unique action, but it just looks like he's just cruising in, just trying to get some sort of rhythm and not try and force it too much and let the blood start pumping through the body, get it right.
Ends the over. It's 10 without loss. They'd find behind square leg, from around his leg stump. They'll get a couple. So both Pakistan batsmen looking to get runs. From ball 1, Farhat now has gone up to 7. Hafiz is already on 5. Don't forget, this is the 3rd game on this pitch, and runs are extremely important. Sri Lanka needs to keep it as tight as possible. And also get wickets if they can. That's the way to go, bowl as straight as possible.
I'm interested in just the slip in a leg gully position for Imran Farhat. It's just got that leg gully on the left of your picture, and the one slipping. Employing this with Malinga as well. And of course 2 new balls, 1 from each end.
That's a bit uppish, but there is nobody in that area. Get a run. He loves that width outside the off stump. Imran Farhat goes for deliveries, goes hard at deliveries that are short and wide. So loves to drive through extra cover. He's been struggling with deliveries that have been straight. Pereira did have him in the last game, LBW, pretty early. This is how it happened. This is that second game. He was caught on the crease, didn't move anywhere. That's where the Sri Lankans would want to bowl to Farhat. That Lakmal got him in the first match almost in similar ways. It's good bowling. Bowling around that off stump with a slip in place.
I've been chatting to the players prior to the start of this match and the last match as well. I've seen the bowlers come back into this game, in terms of 50-over cricket I'm talking about, because of the two new balls. And just think I think it's a nice scenario, particularly for not so much the fielding side, but also the batting side. It comes on a bit, so if you just get it slightly wrong, and we've seen that already from Malinga, and a little upper shot down to third man, but the ball comes on, so the batsmen are going to like that. But on the side for the bowlers, there's a bit in it, a pace, a bit of swing, and if you're good enough, the ball and the radar happening, you can get people out.
End of the over, a single of the last one, 14 without loss. Good start, in fact, right in the right area. In fact, just around the off stump.
Yeah, it's a nice little loosener, so Dilhara will be happy about that. Just to get it somewhere in the right area, so it doesn't get smacked away before. Yeah, I'm intrigued as to know what's going on for him. Lasith Malinga now. So just a couple of overs. Wasn't quite right. Went for 10 in his first one. Just a couple off his second and pulled out. It's nice. It's better. It's that length. Tall man, or the back ender, and then a nice full one. to ask some questions.
Very good delivery. Bit of shape off the pitch, feet nowhere. But what is the right area to Imran Farhat? Has to be around that off stump, has to be straight wicket to wicket. That's where he'd been dismissed.
Any good player, Roche, is going to get knocked over by that sort of delivery. That and just maybe fractionally shorter, bounces a bit more, outside edge, or the fuller one that might just shape back in from outside off. Certainly not there. He's just got a bit too straight here, Fernando. And he's paid the price. So a couple of good deliveries, and then one not so.
That's what the Sri Lankans need to guard against. Can't afford to bowl on both sides of the pitch. Dilhara Fernando been worked very fine. That's because he was sliding down the leg side. Great effort. But once again, just look at it. Going down the leg side after two good deliveries. The captain would want you to go keep that pressure around that off stump. That's better. Keep it around that area. Keep it straight.
Party atmosphere on a Friday. Painted faces and flags and starting to come in through the turnstiles a little bit more. It's a later start in this part of the world, 3 p.m. rather than the old 2:30 or 2 p.m. starts. Like the hair's on, loving it. Might get one of those. Might just help with a bit of the UV factor out there for the toss. Big Anthony Gregg, of course, he's got the Panama hat. I might have to go with one of these. Roche. Beauty. We'll watch that UV factor.
Well, that's the hat you're talking about.
That's Greggy's, yeah. Didn't leave one for me, Uncle Tony. So whip back to Australia. Missed the one-day series here. Of course, he's waiting for the Kiwis to turn up. We've got the Test series with Australia. Then India tour Australia, of course.
They won't get a run. It's 23 without loss. That's a good shot. The shot. On to it very quickly. Ball has been bouncing a bit. Farhat hit on the helmet. But these two guys wouldn't find it too much. They're both open batting for their countries. In the box, Ramiz Raja and Sanat Jayasuriya.
Bouncer can be a difficult ball to handle, and I thought Fernando bowled fabulous bouncer. Sri Lankans trying to make sure that Pakistan do not run away with the show on a good batting track. Even though Hafiz is trying his level best to occupy the crease and do the basics well, Sri Lankans seem to have a better flow of things.
Yeah, I think Tisara Perera and Dilhara Fernando just trying the length and the line correct at the moment, and they're just trying to bowl. Short one again. That's a square leg for 4. Pardon, 1. Deep square leg is there. I think they've been going with deep square leg. Just try and bowl once in a way the short one, Ramiz, just to make sure that change the batsman thinking.
It's a decent ball to bowl and experiment with against Hafiz because he likes the pull shot. So how many times we've seen a batsman falter playing his favourite shot. Good thing is that he's not abandoned it completely, even though there's a man at deep back with square leg. Hafiz is still taking the short ball on. Drives and drives fluently for 4. That is one cracking drive. And a very good response after being hit and jolted by that bouncer from Dilhara Fernando. This really is a delightful response.
Tisara Perera again, just outside the off stump. Farhat had enough room to hit our extra cover for 4 runs. Hit really hard. He knows that only fielders inside the circle and the 2 outside. One is with fine leg and one is the third man. So Thisara Perera need to adjust his length. This wicket much slower than the last 2 one-days, especially the wicket was dry. There was no game for 3 days.
On the arc this time, he square drives 1 for 4. Things happening for Imran Farhat. 2 fours of successive balls, a little bit of width provided, and both time the left-hander cashing in.
Thisara Perera again. A little bit of width. The off-stump, very strong play on the offside. Farhat can see just outside the off-stump. Enough width to hit past cover for 4 runs.
It's 38 without a wicket after 8 overs. Goes back, pulls 4. A nerve-relaxant ball. Half-tracker, put away for 4. It's 57 without a wicket.
Gets width and gets 4. Likes it out there. Starts with a slow one. The 3 outside the circle are the third man, the sweeper, and a deep square leg. That's where he's really good. He backs himself at any stage to come in and bowl those slower balls, the Yorkers. It's a real confidence factor, a confidence thing. It's amazing how he backs himself. Sometimes Sri Lanka does ask a little too much from him. Deceived again.
It's an excellent delivery when it comes to the last overs. I'm not really sure if the slow delivery will have any effect at this particular time, because both these batsmen are watchful. They're not going for a big hits. I think Malinga will be better off sort of mixing it up rather than just keep bowling those slow deliveries. The last 2 deliveries he bowled is both slower one. I know it's a power play. You have to bring your fielders in. He's brought this third man in now, so that's a pretty straightforward indication that he might be looking to bowl that slower one again.
Yeah, he's opting that route, more slower ones. But gives away 4. I don't think, even if the third man was on the boundary line, I don't think he would have cut that off, because it was hit in front of square by Hafiz. But he waited and used the pace.
Well, this was very obvious. We all knew that he's going to bowl a slow run, because once you bring the third man in, you get very little chance of bowling quicker one, because you're scared that any nick or anything played down the line, it'll go for 4. Well, if we can pick it here in the commentary box, and I think it'll be easy for Mohammad Hafiz to pick it in the middle.
Wrong length earlier, but this time he gets it right. He's got the long on in place, so he needs to bring the batsman onto the front foot. He speeds this over. 4 slower balls already. But he knows what he's about. He'll surprise all of us. He's done it time and time again, Lasith Malinga. He'll have something up his sleeve. 5th slower ball. That's good running from Farhat. Who is the man going to the danger end? The moment he saw it was to the left of Sangakkara and that he had to take his gloves off, Farhat was away.
He had a tough going in this series. He had a superb series of Zimbabwe just recently, but has struggled a little bit. Been bowling extremely well, so that's why his place as an opener is not in any doubt. But definitely struggled this time. This game, he's on 29. He's taken his time. He's bowled
faced 58 deliveries, 3 boundaries. That's not normal, Mohammad Hafiz. That's better. End of the over, 74 without loss.
4 more. The swivels on the back foot. Hafiz joins the party.
Plays really well to the short deliveries, pulls it beautifully. Not only on this occasion, but he loves that shot. Look at that, eyes on the ball. All he needed to do is just put a bat and ball. He's very good when it comes to pulling the ball.
Perfect height, wasn't it? Sits around waist height. Batsmen can easily pick their spot. Slower ball, but gets it in the gap. And there'll be more runs. The fielder gives up the chase. Well, ball by Fernando deceived Hafiz.
Picked up a boundary, but no control at all. That's the first one. Well in control, but this one not in control, but into the gap.
When you're brave, that's the luck that comes your way. It's amazing the amount of power he got behind that ball. Sri Lanka, time to panic or not? What they should do now is identify where this game is headed, how much they think they can chase, and try and play a containing game, try and squeeze the Pakistani batsmen. Is this pitch, if you looked at last year, got better. 317 in the third game. It was only 228 in the first. The only difference here is there'll be 2 harder balls, but it shouldn't be too much of a difference. On a slower pitch, with the harder ball, I think batsmen will like that better. Four more. There's not much he could do about that.
It's a tough game for a fast bowler. Nothing wrong with the delivery. 4 more. It's unreal for the fast bowlers.
You look at the 3 boundaries. The first one was a poor ball. Second ball, he deceived the batsman. And third one, the batsman squeezes it away again. 12 off 3. Dilshan's got a problem. He needs to get to the 20th over because just the 3 fielders are allowed outside the boundary, outside the circle. Much closer to the batsman. That's what we're seeing, the difference here. Wicket to wicket, it has been difficult to get away.
I think it's important to bowl straight on this sort of surface. This is how Fields dealt with those 3 boundaries. This was the first one. Not in control of the second one, but still got boundary. But the last one, tough for the bowlers. Tough. Yeah, talking about the pitch here, where you need to be very straight. This is over the top again. Now this might not go to the boundary, but a couple more for Hafiz. Hafiz have decided to take on now.
He likes to camp on the back foot. So it just does not need to be short either. He's quick to pick it up. It was just a moment ago we were saying that Hafiz was playing second fiddle to Farhat. But now Hafiz is on 43, Farhat on 41. But of course Hafiz has had more of the strike. 14 off the over so far. More runs in the air. Malinga misreads it. It's 92 for no loss. Tisera Pereira, he replaces Dilhara Fernando. That takes him to 50. He was way behind Farhat, but he's overtaken him all of a sudden. 50 number 13 for Mohammad Hafiz.
The family is happy, so they should be. He was on 9 in the 10th over, and look at that, his 19th over, and he's got his 50, and he got his 50 before Imran Farad. So he picked it up very nicely, scored very quickly. That's what he's capable of.
The big hike. Shouldn't mind that. But Pakistan are in a position where they can take a chance and really try and push Sri Lanka back.
It was a good delivery, seamed away from Imran Farad. Imran Farad wanted to throw out of the stadium. Look at that, little bit extra bounce also. And Mohammad Hafiz gave him a big smile and saying, what are you trying to do?
It will be wickets that will bring Sri Lanka back into this game. And you never know, with the new batsman coming in, these slower pitches can be very tough to play yourself in. If these two bat for a few overs more, I would think Pakistan are in a very good position to even change their batting order. They got stroke players who really like this type of situation. So Sri Lanka really have to dig deep, try and contain Pakistan to a chaseable target. And then back their batsmen. They'll have to chase a score close to 300. Yunus Khan, he was due in next. I'd probably send him next, but from then on, I'll see the changes to be made. This is how Hafiz got to 50.
Very stylish, very stylish. That's the only drop chance he's given away. Otherwise, he was spot on. Strokes all around the park.
Well, they're playing it smart now. They're not only looking for the big shot, but they're rotating the strike. Pakistan get 200. This is the over that made the difference. Dilar Fernando went for 4 boundaries in that over. Different game all of a sudden.
It's all about momentum, and I think Mohammad Hafiz picking up that one particular over of Dilar Fernando. That's how he went. He went all around the park. It's not that one particular side he favors. He favors all sides. He's a good all-round player.
But the boundary is all off short deliveries except the one. That's where he likes to play. He likes to sit on his back foot, put the ball away. No run. So it's 100 for no loss.
Be right in the move and they see a bit of this. Yeah, it's got them on their feet. A classy little sweep shot from Hafiz, and the noise goes up a few more decibels.
Beautifully done in the end. Picked it up early so that he could avoid the man at square leg. Hit it right in the middle of the man at mid-wicket and square leg. What a good shot. Very good balance, and it made a cracking sound, that ball when it hit the bat, the middle of the grains. Down the track, inside out, and dropped. Man at cover has put one down. Dilshan is not happy. Sri Lankans need to hold on to the chances. They've dropped 3 so far in this game. Reverse flick, earns and runs. Malinga after the ball. And the pair after that extra run, they'd only pick up 2. Things not working well out there for the Sri Lankans in the field. Inside out drive from Hafiz, and it went extremely hard and quickly to the man at cover. Sikugate Prasanna crossing it.
Yeah, got to take those, present themselves, particularly after Hafiz had just hit a boundary. Opportunities gone big, and it was tough. That was in the follow-through there for Pereira. But this one, now, this level, got to take it.
50 for Imran Farad. Very smooth innings, yes. Another successful effort with the bat. 2 50s in 2 one-day internationals, and the fans and the camp is happy with his progress.
Given that he also clocked one in the helmet. It's a sterling effort after the bouncer he received from Fernando. Got him flush. Good effort. I thought Fahad might have gone off for a bit. It was that sort of blow. Very dazed and flush, and it was quick. And it was a hard new ball.
Taking a lot of risk here if he is drawing away from the line of the ball and exposing his stumps. Just only pick up one. Well backed up by Imran Farah. His real work will start now. No point in throwing your wicket away after working so hard to get to 50. It's imperative that this pair continue with the flow. It's 118 without a wicket.
Stop it! Oh, good fielding. Good throw, and Hafiz, he just a little bit of sleep there. Might not thought the throw was coming to his end. And all of a sudden, just at the last minute, oh, I think he might have been short. He did fall asleep.
Not learned from the last experience. Pakistan goes big, goes high, goes for 6. Magnificent blow. Just the tonic Pakistan needed at this stage of the game. So the launching pad has been raised. A lot of their fans have come in anticipation of a win here. That's pick for 6. Thank you very much. Against the spin, over mid-wicket, clearing the man on the boundary. Hafiz is making it look easy, and well, what a nice shot this one. Hardly seemed to have hit this. All timing and poise and grace, and 6. Starts off with a slow delivery that's punched away very quickly across the turf for 1. It's going to be tough now for the Sri Lankans to rein in Pakistan. They now appear to be galloping at a good pace. Malinga was important for them with the new ball. He didn't pick up wickets. Hence, Sri Lankans were on the back foot very early in the piece. Pereira was good. 6 overs, none for 22. Fernando tried his hardest to pick up a wicket. Obviously, the wickets column remain blank for the Sri Lankans.
He's deceptive, isn't he, Dilhara Fernando? Just a normal grip, just the fingers up the seam, none of that split-fingered slow stuff. Second ball of the over. So just letting Imran Farah know he's got that up his sleeve, ready to get it to fizz through, but also the repertoire that he showed earlier. Changes of pace, use of the crease. Very good split finger slower delivery. At the moment, just operating orthodox with a pace. Mr. Haider just chilling behind the sunnies. A bit like you at breakfast with those sunnies on.
Appears as if he's just about to fly a jumbo jet for the Emirates. All wide up, ready to go. Fuller length, good pace. Dilhara Fernando creating a bit of an angle outside the off stump. Saw the width, went after it, Imran Farah.
You just got to bear in mind, he knows he doesn't want to try and slog it and overhit it. Just needs to use his skill, that skill set of just using the pace of the ball. Classic opening batsman. Just want to play some sensible cricket strokes.
There's a bouncer on the pads in the rib cage area. Plays it away for 1. his role has got to give Sri Lanka a breakthrough here to Lara Fernando, because he usually looks for wickets, but he's not been given a slip. Just 4 men in the ring. Maybe Sri Lankans want this run flow to stop a little bit and make Pakistan see things differently, make it tight for them. Well, that's gone fine. And away from the man, the ball will win the race. Ordinary last ball from Fernando. 150 is raised for Pakistan. 150 without a wicket down. Well, this is tremendous stuff from Pakistan. Great combination, great partnership. There's the sweep shot. It connects well enough to pick him a single, Imran Farhat. Take you through for the next half an hour and describe all the excitement. Waqar Younis and Roshan Abhisingh.
Thank you, Ramesh. Sikuge Prasanna bowling the 30th over. Sri Lanka desperate for a wicket here. But Pakistan have done tremendously well. And this time he gets a wicket. That's what they wanted. But not before a 150 plus opening stand. Hafiz has been bowled by Prasanna for 83.
Tired shot. It was a loose delivery. It was very short and picked up a wicket. Very well played. Mohammad Hafiz, 83, 151 for 1.
Well, 151 for 1. The Pakistanis thinking very positively. Changed their batting order. Yunis Khan was due in, but Abdul Razak is the new batsman.
Tired shot. Little loose off the pad. And Mohammad Hafiz must have been gutted. He missed 100. He's on 83. He was. So I think here's an opportunity for the Sri Lankans sort of tighten the screws for a little while. I know only 1 wicket down. That's how he's gone. So just ball a lot of dot delivery. Look for a run out. That's what. There's a. What happened there? He got run out in the last match also, but almost run out again.
Yeah, he was running hard and had that. Oh no, he was in, but good running, very good running. Razak wanted to get off the mark, and Dilshan emphasizing, stop the single. Don't give the single to the new batsman. Keep him on strike as long as you can. Now, is that a catch? Was that a catch? Did it carry? But good effort. Good effort by Prasanna.
He was in the air. Oh, maybe just short, or maybe just hit the fingertips.
They'll get another run. 153 for 1. Now this is high. This is a tired shot, but he still manages to get a 4. I don't think Farhat was in control of it. He just swung, went with it, but he still gets a boundary.
He has been pretty uncomfortable against the Fernandez, and this is a kind of a revenge. He got hit earlier, and there you go, take it back. Good hit.
He's batting outside the crease, trying to take the fast man outside the crease, but he's done well, Imran Farhat. He's kept his end going. Not good fielding, not good fielding. That's Jeevan Mendes. Sri Lanka has been a little bit sloppy on the field. That single should have been stopped. But this is what happened in the last over. Prasanna just getting his hand. But there was a great opportunity for the Sri Lankans had that been taken. Because 2 new batsmen, Sri Lanka would have bowled more dot balls, created greater pressure, but with Farhat in, Pakistan still able to control. Razak on strike.
Well, we were talking off air earlier regarding the field. You know, they have to really field well, these Sri Lankans. They haven't really been up to the mark. You know, these sort of matches when the things are not going right, you need your fielders to pick up the whole thing and back their bowlers and look for a run out. And it has not been the case. You clearly see in Dilshan's face that he's all not happy with people around the bat.
That's better. He has the right idea.
I think that's what they need to do. Need to bowl dot balls. I still think that 300 is on the card. It's not going to be a problem for Pakistan to get 300 from here. But to just keep it to 300, I think they need to bowl a lot more dot balls, create pressure, maybe pick up a wicket or two. Because if you carry on like that, it's going to be a problem for the Sri Lankans.
Well bowled, very well bowled indeed. But in fairness, I thought Razak watched the ball carefully. Just look at it. I think he dropped his shoulders and allowed it to go through. Well done.
Well, he's bowled well in patches, Dilhara Fernando. He's been hot or cold. He's not really consistently hitting the length.
They'll get a single off the last ball. 159 for 1. This is lofted. Down to long on. Taken by Mahela Jayawardene. He's got the wicket. Tilakaratne Dilshan. A good catch by Jayawardene on the boundary. Judged it well and held it in front of his face.
You could see this coming. Imran Farhat looked really tired out there. Hit a couple of deliveries earlier toward that region. There was no fielder there, but a very well played knock. Imran Farhat gone for 70s, 161 for 2.
Yunis Khan is a new batsman. Sri Lanka has some reprieve here because Razak is on 3. Yunis hasn't faced a ball, but plenty of experience in Yunis Khan. But the Sri Lankans will now look to bowl some dot balls if they can, create some pressure. They wouldn't mind that kind of stroke play. It was a good catch by Mahela Jayawardene to dismiss Farhat.
Well, it didn't really surprise me at all by Imran Farhat the way he hit it. He looked very tired. He's done his job, but as I said, he looked tired. It's hot out there. It's humid. It's taken a lot out of him. He was down the track before he delivered the ball. So good catch, of course.
Dilshan would want to bowl a few cheap overs here. Want to bowl 2 spinners from either end. Get through a few quick cheap overs as the batsmen look to settle. That can always happen when the spinners bowl well. They get through their overs quickly and suddenly you realize that you missed out on a few opportunities. After boundaries, Sri Lanka wouldn't mind those singles.
Didn't like the idea of sending Yunus in now. He'd rather send him at number 3. Why Razak earlier? End of the 33rd over. 163 for 2.
So Prasanna bowling. Pakistan spinners have been their strong point in the bowling. The Lankans haven't really looked too much. Pakistan have got quite a bit compared to the Sri Lankan spinners in the series. 12 wickets for Pakistan. That's a lot. That's a high percentage. The spinners have been consistent. That's what the Sri Lankans need to do. Another quick run. Dilshan was using Jeevan Mendis as a bits and pieces cricketer. Himself, not a frontline spinner, but who could come and bowl a few overs. So Pakistan have bowled more overs also. 53 overs in comparison to 42. But they looked impressive, Pakistan spinners. Good shot. No, that was a hard chance. Prasanna had his right hand stuck out. It wasn't easy.
This is the third time or maybe the fourth time they've dropped something. This was quick. This was hard hit. These catches, you need them to stick. It's not really easy to catch those.
What Yunis Khan will be expected to do, try and push the ball around, get Razak on strike. Now the batting power play will be available in 2 overs. So, well, it's available. Well, it has to be taken by the 36th over. They can take it now if they want to. This is lofted, down to long on, taken. The 3rd wicket's gone. Thisara Pereira, the catcher. Sri Lanka have taken wickets pretty quickly in the last over or 2.
Well, it's a result of the last over. Bowled really well. Dilshan picked up a wicket of Imran Farhat and kept things very, very tight. And Abdul Razak couldn't resist. It's gone for 6. It's 167 for 3.
What an exciting prospect, Umar Akmal. He's in. Great innings he played the other day, getting that 90 plus. So close to get Pakistan towards that win. He'll face the last ball of the 34th over. Hits off the mark. At least a couple. And a couple is what they will get. 169 for 3. On the subject of support, Waka, I must tell you that Sri Lankans in the UAE has worked extremely hard. And that's a Papre band. And there is a band that has been flown over from Sri Lanka. And it has been, done courtesy of some good work done by people like George Hettiarach. He's the organizer of the Papre band. I've also heard that many Sri Lankans have been involved. Lakshanta Fernando, Amal Jayasinghe. They work so hard, and all the Sri Lankans have come here to support the Sri Lankan team. And I think in fairness, they're expecting the Sri Lanka team to do well, in particular after the win in the second game. Look at them, they've turned up in their numbers.
Yeah, good crowd in. He's been busy, Dilshan. So out of these 5 power play overs, I guess Malinga will be bowling 3. And that's also good for Sri Lanka right now, because they've picked up 2 wickets and both these batsmen are new at the crease. So there's a chance that that power play, which Pakistan were hoping that will come big at them, they'll pick up a lot of runs in that. That might just go cheaply.
Malinga has also looked to take the pace of the ball. That last delivery was much, much slower. He'll look to bowl his variety. Well, look at the bowling options. I think he'll look to more the faster bowlers. Now that's in the gap. That's Umar Akmal for you. He's that type of a player. Anything loose, he'll just pounce on it.
I like the fearless approach from Umar Akmal. Both mid-off, mid-on in the circle, and was not really worried that he's going to hit it in the hands. He hit the other day in the hands of one of the fielders in mid-on, but not worried at all. And why not?
He's such an exciting prospect. Sure, people will come a long way to watch him bat. This is the type of players that will bring spectators back into cricket with their stroke play. Bowled him. That is a big wicket. That is a huge wicket. He was looking to improvise. Got the feeling he was looking to run it down to find leg. But Lasith Malinga was equal to the task. Pakistan have lost a big wicket. Great comeback by Sri Lanka. Umar Akmal should be very disappointed. Ball Malinga for 7. It's 177 for 4. Well, Misbah-ul-Haq has to come in at a difficult situation because Pakistan obviously had a plan. They had Umar Akmal at one end and Yunis Khan at the other, looking to have some solidity and enterprise. It's another good delivery from Malinga. So it ends the over. It's 178 for 4.
Pereira, he starts as 8th. Well, the maiden, he's been pretty good tonight. He deserves a wicket. It's been economical. He's only gone for 3.3 and over. So 2 old guns are at the wicket, but fantastic setting in the desert. Lights, a good crowd in on a Friday. Fantastic modern structure. That is the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Pereira versus Misbah. Nice hands, watched it all the way.
Pereira is bowling really well the whole day today. From the start, it's 8th over. Been bowling on the right areas most of the time. And Dilshan has given him again with the power play zone. He deserved a wicket, Danny, but still he couldn't get 1 wicket. But he's bowling is the right areas. Just over mid-on for 4 runs. I think a little bit too fuller, but he didn't hit properly. But still managed to go over mid-on.
Yeah, didn't get all of it. It was always just enough. Yunis Khan said, look, got to go the aerial route, got to take on mid-on. Pump the bottom hand. And just enough. Mid-on, mid-off, still up. Power plays and have to be. Pressure was mounting. You guys, when you were thinking, when you were playing, first delivery or second delivery, you're wanting to get a boundary. Surely it relieves that pressure for the rest of the over.
Yes, Danny, but he's taking the minimum risk, taking aerial route over mid-on and mid-off, not playing a cross bat. He knows that there's not much on this wicket. The ball is not doing much. There's no fielders in the deep, long on, long off, all in the circle. The batting power play is on. So he just got the aerial route just over mid-on for 4 runs. That's smart batting. That is good thinking. A matured cricketer. That is why he's playing for so long. And he's worked the ball. He knows his responsibilities now. Make sure that these two need to bat for at least for 45th over.
That's why I asked you. Those guys edge of the circle, and you go over the top, except you go over the top and out of the stadium. Miles back. We'll chop on nearly, but manages to get the single, and Misbah will keep the strike. It's 191 for 4. A little bit of a shimmy. Maybe a leg by. But you can see the thinking now, with a little bit of pressure on Misbah, and he'll be thinking to try something, but not be too clever.
That is a slow one from Lasith Malinga. Going down the leg side, Misbah want to get some room. And also came back to his crease. And he just want to make sure that he wants to get that boundary. Think about that boundary, Danny. That's the important thing, is a power play.
Ideally, early on in the over. Find the fence. Can't again. It's sterling stuff from Malinga. See the strategy. Even slower Yorkers or normal quick Yorkers. Just came a little early there, I reckon, Yunus Khan. Great on stump vision in here. Look, just yet. He went early and said, go on then, what are you going to do now, Lassie? And Malinga, like he can, wow, 90% of the time, 95% of the time. Well, a great Yorker at will. And another good slow ball. Wants to seam, oh, he's going to have to go. No, he's not. Should have gone, the captain. And there's the running race that Lassie wins hands down. And the fifth one goes down, and it's the captain. Big wicket, and that shows you what the pressure of the scoreboard's doing, because the batting power plays on. Crazy. Definitely was a single there. Had the skipper responded to Yunus Khan. Didn't bother looking at Yunus Khan. He's out for 7. It's 193 for 5. That's that man, Boom Afridi. Jad Afridi is out in the middle at number 7 because the captain's been run out. And now you feel there was always a single here. Little inside edge onto the body. He was looking around for it. Yunus had called him through. And then Lassie decided to show a clean set of heels out of the blocks and sprint back up the pitch. Good thinking, held onto the ball. And a comfortable run out. More importantly, Sri Lanka will believe they're right back in this. Good change of pace, but Sanath, very happy campers, the men in blue.
Definitely, Sri Lanka is really happy the way things are going. This is the last one. This is the wicket, the run out. There was a single. The misbah was not looking for singles. That was Yunus Khan's call. You need to respond quickly as possible. That was disappointing for Misbah ul Haq.
Another good change of pace. This time the single's taken. Good response from Afridi. And listen to the crowd. Listen to the rev up of the crowd in the stadium here in Dubai. 5 wickets for 42 runs in the last 10.1 overs. They were 151 for none to be now 194 for 5. Just shows you what can happen in this incredible game. Turn it around suddenly, get the openers out, and it is all on. Can Afridi answer the call here to the crowd? The fans, the home fans, wanting him to turn it on. 1 ball left in this over, and they're just changing the field. They're being very careful.
What is he going to bowl, Danny? What do you think?
Get that sand shoe crusher in there, buddy. Rip it in. Oh, went with a bouncer. He had us all tricked. 194 for 5.
So Pereira, he's back into the attack. Not picked up a wicket, but just the 32 runs off 9 overs.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with the fast bowling department of the Sri Lankans. Malinga bowled extremely well, picked up a very crucial wicket for Umar Akmal. Then Pereira didn't pick up a wicket, but very economical. Fernando, I thought he bowled well stages, but on and off.
That's what we get from him usually, and it's the 18 runs that Hafiz took off his over. It wasn't all that bad. Maybe 1 ball deserved a boundary. But then in this form of the game, even good balls goes for 4. Good throw can have him in trouble, but it's not a good throw. But good running. You need to put the pressure on the Sri Lankans.
Well, it's so important for Pakistan now that this man, Shahid Afridi, goes and play these last 7 overs. He can be very dangerous for the Sri Lankans. There's been few run-out chances being provided through these 2 batsmen, but yes, Afridi will be the key here. If he gets going, a couple of big overs, Pakistan can end up maybe to 70. But for that, he needs to play those overs.
I'll be much happier though with 270, the way the Pakistani innings was going. But if at the dinner break, if you say Pakistan are 270, I'd rather be Pakistan supporter than a Sri Lankan supporter, because I like runs on the board, and under lights, you never know.
Yeah, at one stage it seemed like the Pakistan would run away with 310 or 20 maybe. But a great comeback by the Sri Lankans. Not only, as I said, picking up wickets, but they didn't give any runs away.
It'll probably be just a 2. He won't get the 4. Pakistan need to make sure that they score off every ball. If they can't hit it for 4, just the gaps like that, it all adds up. This is risk-free batting because they can't afford to lose another wicket.
That's the Pradesi family. Cool and cool.
Tough to be cool out there though. It's pretty warm in the middle. Good bowling. Right up in the block hole. Tisara Pereira, he's been good in his comeback. Sri Lankan selectors left him out of the team because after the World Cup he had a lean series. He's come back in great form. 9 overs, 2 for 30 in the ODI. The second ODI is also following up with an equal performance out here today. Sometimes giving players a break from the team, looking at others, does make you push harder and come back adds better players. Good option, but not well executed. Once that long off came into the circle, it was expected. He likes to go down the ground and towards mid-wicket, so bowling on a good length is not exactly the best option. Always intimidating. Boom, boom. Bowl the short ball, so he can't go up for that again. So fine leg comes into the circle, long off goes back. Hits it hard. Unbelievable power. Picks up 4 off the last ball. 217 for 5. Goes high. He's calling out for it. And he takes it. Top catch. Angelo Matthews. He saw it early. Not easy. It's a dark sky. The white ball coming through it. But he called Dilhara Fernando out early. Made sure. That's a big wicket for Sri Lanka. Don't they know it? Guess who? It's Afridi. He looked dangerous for a moment. He's out for 15. Pakistan 226 for 6. Sarfraz Ahmed. He's got a job on his hand, and a tough 5 overs because coming in at the death and upping that rate straight away, never easy. Probably be 2, but Matthews is quick onto it. It's good cricket all round. Top running. Sarfraz Ahmed wanted it right from the word go.
Well, the credit of Shahid Afridi's, I will give it to Dilshan, because good captaincy by keeping his pacemen on. He didn't really give Afridi a chance against the spinners. He kept the fast bowlers on, and look, Afridi couldn't help himself at the end. Still 5 over to go, but good catch. It's good that Dilshan had this man on the boundary for Shahid Afridi, because that went really high, and I don't think anybody else would have caught that. That would have been a struggle for anybody else, but Angelo Matthews was just spot on, caught it beautifully.
Now he wanted it. You could see that he signaled to Dilhara, don't come anywhere near me, I'm taking it. Look, in the black sky, the night sky, never easy. And you got lights all around, so you got to avoid those as well. Top edge, useful edge. But Malinga, he's there, he's fine. So those angles are well set by Dilshan. With the balls up there, normally in daylight, you just got to avoid the sun in your eye. But here, at least 4 pylons of lights, 4 towers. getting that angle right, your vision right, not easy.
Well, Pakistan's got to be very, very careful and very sensible from here on for the rest of the 4 and a bit overs, because if they lose another wicket, it'll be in deep trouble. You need to get to 250 to 60. Nicely played.
Well, they should get at least run a ball. Would see them get up to 255. That should be the minimum. So accumulate for the next 2 overs and see what they can do of the last 2. Sri Lankans in the crowd, lots of colours, few friends as well. Well, that's a camera and nothing else. Can't get it away. 230 for 6. Good Yorker, good Yorker. Guy with the camera, well, he's my neighbour, friend of mine. Everyone knows him at Ambatatta. No, tough to spell, Wakar.
I'll leave it to you.
Well, my mates will be calling me today, letting me have it for letting his name out in the air. And another good Yorker. Yunus Khan calls through. They're well aware. Halfway down the track.
Well, I'm sure Sarfraz is going to keep his toes away from that delivery, because that one just was coming in sharply. He got LBW in the first game he played the other day. It's a little unfortunate about that decision, but Malinga is so good when it comes to bowling the Yorkers, slow bouncers. He's got some serious varieties in his armoury.
The key with Yunus Khan. Not the best option, but singles just keep accumulating. Well, he seems to be doing something different, just to counter what happened in the game before. This is what happened in the previous game. Gets his front leg across.
Yeah, it was given LBW, but it was not the best of the decisions. But definitely he's changed his stance. He's standing a little bit out of his crease. He's showing all his stumps, so he's making sure that his foot doesn't really come into the line of the ball.
That was a lucky one. Malinga just missed getting his foot to that ball. Might have been another run out there. Just to avoid that, he seems to be starting outside leg stump. Like you said, keeping the toes out, and there we go. Malinga unable to get his toes to that ball.
Would have been another run out here.
Well, good to see this happening. The youngster, the wise captain in the team, not shy to give his thoughts to the senior man holding the Sri Lankan attack together. And this is what he suggested: bring third man in, get deep mid-wicket out there. Probably a good idea, seeing what Yunus Khan tried to do with the ball before. So we got 4 men on the boundary line on the leg side. Slow one again. He's used that a lot today. Wouldn't mind the singles at this stage of the game. Goes down the pitch just to get Malinga to change that length. It's quite brave, in fact, because the way Malinga bowls his Yorkers and gets his variations in, it's very difficult for batsmen to pick up what he's doing. He's standing outside his crease, Sarfraz Ahmed. Takes a step back and pulls the ball back onto his stumps. End of Malinga's over. 47 overs gone, 234 for 7. So more reason for celebrations for the Sri Lankans. Pakistanis keep losing wickets. Sarfraz Ahmed just the 3 runs, 234 for 7. The only change in the Pakistani team, Sohail Tanvir in for Chima, but he's at the non-strikers end. In the last ball of last over, Malinga succeeded in cleaning up Sarfraz Ahmed. It's not looking good for Pakistan. From where they were, they will be really disappointed. Dilhara again starting with that slower ball.
Smart work by Lasith Malinga. He's played only 97 games and he looks very experienced. Reads the batsman really well, pulls those yorkers, slow deliveries. That was spot on. Although it was a full toss, but he was just sort of dying at him, dipping down at him, and got a little inside edge.
2 for 46 to him. In the air, gets it away from the fielder, just the 1 bounce. Useful boundary to Yunus Khan.
Well, he's waited for it. He was not in a rush. He knew that the Fernando is going to bowl him a slow ball that was pitched way short. It was a slow delivery, picked up very nicely Yunus Khan.
Not the length the ball, just sits up again around that waist height. It's easy to put away. Just bowl a few yorkers, get him off strike. Goes for the slow one again, Dilhara Fernando. Didn't have the best of starts for today, but this is what he can do. He can come back, he can still make a difference. That's why he's so special. Lasith Malinga made a mess of a catch earlier on when Hafiz was just looking to break free, and another player would have gone to pieces. This man, full of confidence, accepts that he takes responsibility for mistakes he makes. And just keeps going on and always makes a difference whenever he comes on. Short one, didn't pick it up at all.
I don't think he had any idea where the ball is. Short of a length. There you go. Closed his eye. He wasn't really sure where the ball was. Lucky that it didn't go into the hands of any of those fielders around.
Just seemed to have lost it. First wicket falling at 151. From then on, you were looking at 300 runs, but the fall of wickets from then on at regular intervals, keeping Pakistan in check. Quicker one, well directed. That's what you need to do, get it higher. Not let it sit around that waist height.
I like the aggression from Dilhara Fernando. He's not shy to bowl those short deliveries to the later order batsmen. Sohail Tanvir can be very devastating when he gets it going. But the good idea is to just keep it short. He's not going to like it early on. Might like it later on, but once he's just come in. Not many fast bowlers like short deliveries.
It's been a change of field. Long on going down because he can't go for the shorter one again. Slow one, edged. And it runs away for 4. Well bowled by Dilhara Fernando, but yet it costs him 4 runs. 243 for 7. And top bowling from Lasith Malinga. Happy to get him off strike.
Well, I've not seen many fast bowlers who can bowl those Yorker length deliveries that regular. This is the last ball of the last over. Sohail Tanvir had no idea. Lucky that he got 4 runs off it.
And poor Dilhara Fernando. We've been very critical that he leaks runs. Not your fault, mate. That's how the game goes. They knew it too, the 2 Pakistan batsmen. Well, Tanvir will like the leg side, so the long on goes down. It's mid-off in the circle to him. Nice and full.
Well, I was mentioning about the Yorker length of Lasith Malinga, how regularly and how accurately he bowls. He's been spot on. Look at those dot balls right in the near the full length delivery, like when you say the Yorker length, just behind that. It's amazing the way he bowls. The slingy action, nice controlled deliveries.
And another thing you can see is his line has been quite good. Just outside off stump, just a few down leg side. But of course there was a left-hander in. Spot on. Just does it with ease. What he wouldn't be wanting to do right now is give the batsman length, a chance to get underneath it. The wide Yorker as well. Sweeper, much finer because that's where he can hit. Now he wants to make a change. The third man comes in, so you won't be seeing that wide Yorker now. Look to bowl at the stumps. Has protection on the leg side now. He's 10 yards in from the boundary because he needs to get in just in case to stop the two. Bottom edge. There's no stopping that one. 4 more crucial runs to Pakistan. Not exactly how he wanted it, but it's the end result. That's what matters.
That's unlucky. That's unlucky, I would say. Malinga's ball is heart out. There was superb delivery. Yunus Khan just looking to go big, but the slowness of the ball didn't really allow him to do that.
They've taken the pace off the ball well, the Sri Lankan bowlers. It'll be just a single. That's why it's going to be important how the Sri Lankan openers and the number 3 go about business. The big responsibility to keep wickets intact and also make sure that they get a good start run rate wise. It's 250 now, Pakistan.
I think they have to play similar what Pakistan have done. Keep wickets in hand. Pakistan could have easily gone on to make 300 plus. They made the mess of it. But if the Sri Lankans can do the similar job at the top of the order, and I believe that Sri Lanka's batting, they have a better chance of just chasing this.
4 more. It's got some bat on it. Tanvir becoming useful. 254 for 7. Put Sri Lanka under pressure. Be just the one. He just couldn't get underneath that. Just the length. Dilhara Fernando needs to bowl. Not allow batsmen to get underneath that. Lasith Malinga. He got one right up there, but the line not right. Slight error and it runs away. 2 for 57 for him. 11 runs conceded in that last over. Slower bouncer once again. Well, he seems to prefer that. That's what's gone wrong for him too, but he backs himself there. Big bite to Tanvir.
Well, it's always very difficult for a new-coming batsman to just read that slow delivery, because with the split finger it comes very slow off the hand, but arm speed is the same. It becomes very, very hard for someone who just walks in and asks him to go big. It's very difficult.
Good length. Direct hit. Yunus Khan could be in trouble because he did drop his bat. It'll be interesting to see exactly where it happened. See Kuge Prasanna, the fielder, he took his time getting to it but got rid of it really quickly.
I have a feeling that Yunus Khan is gone. I think he was slow of coming out his crease. Direct hit, never easy. This is out. This is clearly out. He's way out of his crease.
Looked like he was going to make it easy, but then direct hits always cause problems like this. Well, he's tried to hold it together, Yunus Khan, but never really got going. Sri Lankans bowl well to him. 42 he's made. Pakistan 256 for 8. Tanvir's on strike. Well bowled by Dilara Fernando. No chance for any batsman to get underneath that one. Sikuge Prasanna aiming at one stump. He hits his target. I thought he'd make it easy, but he's short by at least a foot. Dropping his bat never helped though.
Well, the youngsters have done really well, because in the last over, you believe that you shouldn't be throwing at stumps, you know, saving that single, saving maybe overthrow. Took his chance, backed himself that he hit the stumps. He's done it well.
Goes the new batsman. Slower bouncer and a dot ball. Well, I said Yunus Khan's run out wouldn't matter, but Waqar said yes.
Yeah, it always matters, because you want these last few runs to be saved at the end. Because when you're going to go to bat, you need that momentum to go your way. You don't want to get hit a couple of sixes and you go down, and you go out of the ground, go in the dressing room just going down. You want to go on a high. Dot balls, couple of wickets. This just gives you an extra energy.
The feel-good factor. Short, quick this time. 2 dot balls to end the over and end Pakistan's innings. 257 for 8 they've made. Way short of where they should have been. They've lost 8 wickets for 106 runs. Thanks to Hafiz and Farhat. 83 and 70 them. Farhat threw it away, I thought, at a vital time. And that's where Pakistan faltered. No one really able to get on with it. Yunus Khan tried hard though. 42 he made.
Superb spell by the top two, Malinga and Pereira. Pereira, I thought, was spot on. He bowled his heart out, picked up 1 wicket for 45. Malinga was a little expensive at stages, but overall 2 wickets were crucial. Fernando is harsh to say that he's gone for 59, but I tell you, in the middle, he bowled superbly.
So Sri Lanka need 258 to win at 5.16 runs per over.
Starts with a wide. But in the way that Malinga did too. Shape with the ball, with a swing. But you're right, Sanath, they clawed their way back beautifully with Sri Lanka back in the game. But, if you've, been doing something different and charging around and missing out some of the different little changes to 50 over cricket. A couple of new balls. And 50 over limited one-day internationals. So see a nice little bit of shape. And see some pace and bounce. And the hardness like that last. And that is the positivity for the batting side. 2 new balls, they go quicker to the fence.
Good start from Upul Taranga. First one going down the leg side, a wide. Second one, a little bit width. And back to back foot. Push it through the cover for 4 runs. He's a player, Danny, it's a timing. Upul Taranga is not a player, he's going after ball or hitting hard. He just timed the ball most of the time. So that's what key from Upul Taranga.
What a start. We've seen a boundary and then we see the off stump of Taranga disappear. It's that man again, Umar Gul. Beautiful piece of bowling. Off peg out of the ground.
Daniel, one of the best balls opening batsman can get. 5 for 1, Sri Lanka.
The wonderfully talented Kumar Sangakkara out in the middle very early. Wide, first up, so 2 legitimate deliveries gone in this over. It's 5 for 1. Taranga knocked over by an absolute peach of a delivery. Looking for it to come back in, but it held its line. Stunning delivery. And freakily enough, this is Umar Gul's first wicket in this one-day series. Bowled brilliantly during the Test match series, and none for 11 in the first match and none for 35 in the second match. 14 wickets in the Test match series against Sri Lanka, but this is his first in the one-day series, and we're in match number 3. He has simply deserved this one and others. He's in the groove as Umar Gul as we just wait here. Just trying to adjust the seats and the seating of the members there with this. Nowhere on the crease. Feet don't go, but you can't blame Taranga. This is a wonderful delivery. Sangakkara then, first up. And it should be down, yep, wide down the leg side, very strict indeed. Another extra to the total.
Umar Gul with the right ball to Upul Taranga. That was a beauty. Just straighten up a little bit. Straight ball, stump to stump, just going across to Upul Taranga. Those balls, Danny, you can't do much. Earlier on, you just want to stay there and try and occupy the crease, but unfortunately, those balls are wicket-taking balls. All credit to Gul.
So, Kumar's underway. Let's wait for the signal, is it? The blade? It is. Off the mark. Yeah, this is just too good. Simply too good. That lovely probing length and straight enough. He's played well inside it. Well inside it. He was looking for it down a leg stump, sort of midland leg line, was Taranga, and possibly that hint of swing. That's the danger that Gul produces. Left-handers thinking they were looking, they're searching for that bit of in-swing movement, and it wasn't there. It just simply went on with the right arm angles line against the left-handed batsman, and it was just too much of a cracker. The skipper now, he gets to face his first delivery, Dilshan, and he wants a quick single. Oh, it might have been gone. Would have been tight, but he might have just got there. He had to get out of the way. Dilshan, it is, to run the line to get out of the way of the bowler too.
Dilshan was looking for singles, make sure that he rotate the strike. He knows how hard is evening batting, Danny, not because anything else. It's very tough in the middle. Evening, we saw the other day, Lasith Malinga was bowling. How swing the right-handers got earlier on, he got 2 early wickets. Still, there's problem with the side screen, on the top of the side screens.
So the fourth umpire, Mr. Hayder, he's just wandering around trying to find out who are the culprits. They're going to have to, can't move. They're sitting there. It's just where the seating is. Maybe it's just something shiny. Maybe the official tagging. Lights maybe shining off something down there. So we'll find out shortly. But Zamir Hayder, the fourth umpire, but there's certainly that seating that is right above the sight screen, which is a little frustrating, and if you move a little bit then it causes problems for the batter with his line of sight. Hesitation, gone. He would have been gone, I reckon, or would have at least been tight, and there's a little bit of confusion out there between Dilshan and Sangakkara.
Yeah, they're a little bit panicking at this moment. They just try to rotate their strike, but it's not the best way to get those singles. They have to pick their fielders, one of the best fielders.
Just a tad too straight there. Sangakkara wants 2. And there's a misfield, so it's a comfy one. First overdone. It's 10 for 1. A little bit of swing and movement in the air. And the outside edge has proved profitable for Dilshan, his first boundary tonight.
Sohail Tanvir just try to going across to right-hander most of the time. Haven't seen much coming in, Danny. But Dilshan has to be careful the way he's just walking with the drive. We've got 2 slips in place.
Great for the balance of the Pakistan bowling attack. Having the left arm seam. With Sohail Tanvir. I saw him here a few years ago playing against the West Indies. So a great IPL back in 2008 as well. So exciting cricketer. He's had his fair share of injuries as well. So good to see him back in Pakistan colours and having a go here in Dubai. So, a little expensive. The best of the 5 for there. Average will always come down. He's a talented individual. With that unique action, that sequencing timing of Tanvir's action, can be quite a difficult customer to pick up early.
Yeah, that's right. Especially the left-handers concentrate on coming into left-handers most of the time from Sohail Tanvir. Sangakkara has been playing with him, and he knows that Tanvir doesn't take away from left-hander much. It's coming in most of the time. He will work on the leg side most of the time.
There it is, 2 straight, far too straight, and another boundary in this over. At the outside edge from Dilshan just a couple of deliveries ago, and there's already 9 off this over.
This is what we were talking about, just coming into the left-hander. Sangakkara, very strong leg side player, worked down to fine leg for 4 runs. Sri Lanka needs these runs earlier on to get some confidence. And Dilshan and Sangakkara.
There's that big inward movement in the air and then a little bit more off the seam. But well, apart from an entertainment point of view, Sanath, lots of runs scored at the top, always exciting. Already had the off-stump knocked over of Taranga. Sohail Tanvir, there's that unique action and that timing of his feet planting before the bowling arm comes through. Yeah, it's a little bit different and a bit difficult to pick up if you've not faced him before. 2 gone, 19 for 1. With another shortest delivery. And Sangakkara, well, he'll do that to you all day.
The game has changed quite dramatically. And I think they need to understand the value of being aggressive and sort of remaining in the moment. And just pacing yourself the modern way. That's gone through the legs for 4. More misery for Pakistan, 36 for 1.
They need still a lot of work.
Pakistan needed more consistency from Umar Gul. I think he's been good in patches, beaten the bat a couple of times, looked great, very dramatic, but the end result has been not 0. good bowling conditions. They needed Umar Gul to be consistent with his line and direction. He's bowled far too many balls down the leg side, outside the off stump as well. 1 for 19 and 3.1. That from your premier bowler is just not good enough, I'm afraid.
There was one special moment though when he bowled a peach of a delivery to have Taranga out. That was an outstanding delivery. He couldn't have asked for a better start after that boundary. But yes, Umar Gul has been Pakistan's spearhead, and this is that delivery. Just look at that. Just flattened the off stump. And mind you, he had just been hit for a boundary off the first one.
I think the batsman also helped him in developing something as substantial as the end result, because he played down the wrong line, no footwork. And it's good in a way that he has decided to sit alongside one of the greats, Marwan Atapattu. Learn a thing or two about batting and about footwork. Good soul to console, I guess. It's all about encouraging your players. Batsmen, bowlers, fielders, players will always make mistakes, and the good ones learn from their mistakes. And I'm sure Marwan Atapattu would be asking Taranga, forget about this, learn from this, improve your footwork and get on with it.
Through the covers, that was in Dilshan's zone, and he loves it when it's there. Just lent into it, and between extra cover and mid-off, see, Pakistan could ill afford easy runs. It was a bit uppish, very safe.
He's handled Umar Gul a lot better in this innings, was beaten consistently in the last couple of one-day games, but seems to be covering the line of the ball really well. And far too many boundaries have leaked through the offside. Look at the runs scored on the leg side, on the offside square. Needed more consistency from Umar Gul. He's going at over 6 and over.
A bit too wide again from Gul. That has been his problem. He has not been consistent enough with the tight line. He can bowl those nasty deliveries around that off stump, which takes off, moves just that bit. But sadly, that has been lacking. This is another example. Short and wide. Now, had Dilshan left it, that would have been a wide.
I think he knows it also that he's not getting it right. It can be frustrating because he's a fine bowler. On the day, can mesmerize the opposition with his quality of balls. Can swing it, can seam it at pace.
We're looking for a couple here. Nicely timed by Sangakkara. Didn't really hit it too hard. So they'll get a couple to end the over. 43 for 1. Sohail Tanvir from round the wicket. That's a wide. That's the problem. They've been straying down a little bit. They've gone for a few extras. Already 4 wides in just 7 overs. That's not helping Pakistan's cause. Punched off the back foot, didn't time it, but this outfield is fast. Umar Akmal just manages to get to know. In fact, it trickles to the boundary. Not timed as well as Dilshan would have liked it, but still he gets a boundary. That's through the covers. He loves it in that area. Dilshan is so strong if it is pitched up around that off stump or just outside, and he'll just keep driving you all day.
50 partnership between the two. You over-pitch it and you pay for it. A little bit of width. Razak not pacey. Hoping against hope that that drive was blocked by somebody on the offside. It missed all the fielders. 4 of them in the ring. It missed them all. He's been off to a smooth start here, Tilakratne Dilshan. Almost run a ball effort. 50 runs of just 51 balls, and so Pakistan on the back foot here.
Once again, once more for 4. So 2 boundaries to end the over. It's 59 for 1.
Gives himself room, and there's a hesitation, and he's out. I'm thinking Dilshan would be struggling, and it's all a mess out here. Now we'll have to wait and see what really happened here. Run out opportunity at the batsman's end, and then overthrows at the other. So we'll have to break it down step by step.
Well, plenty has happened out there. The chance of a run out, Dilshan is denying it. You can clearly see that, but you never know. It was a direct hit first, and that's what we're going to see first. And if he's in, that's 5 runs. That's important here.
Both batsmen at the same end. Afridi, he's quick. Looks as though he's gloved it, Waqar, but we'll have to have a closer look.
Yeah, it seems like that before the ball came into his glove, he gloved to the stumps and the bail just got off. Came off before the ball came into his hand. I don't think we can pick it up from here.
But if it was a direct hit, if he's got the ball onto the stumps, Dilshan is short, but you can see that the bail is already off. There we see, and the ball has not yet reached him.
It'd be just too much to give out, actually. We never know. It all depends on the umpire, what he feels or what he thinks. It's not up to us. Not out is the call.
Lucky break for Sri Lanka. And now the signal will hurt Pakistan even more. If Shafraz Ahmed had done it smartly, Dilshan was short. Big hesitation between the two big guns for Sri Lanka. Since the batsman hadn't crossed and the ball went for 4, it's only 4 runs. 4 runs to Dilshan.
I think the most important part is that both these batsmen are still out there. Don't worry about 4 or 5 runs. Here you go. He knocks the bail off before the ball came into his gloves. That's why he survived there. And then smartly done by Sangakkara, came in the line of the ball, which you're allowed to do it, and then tried hard, and Hafeez throwing the ball, looking for a run out on the other end, gave them 4 more runs to Sri Lankans.
Down the track, over the top. 1 bounce for 4. Tilakratne Dilshan taking control.
So Dilshan 49, Sangakkara 41.
And he gets his 50. Dilshan, an important innings. Well, his 24th half century in one-day cricket. He's made 10 hundreds. And just his second in 14 innings. Needed to make the big one, Tilakratne Dilshan. That's since the World Cup. And so far, he and Sangakkara have done quite well. On the bounce. It's 104 for 1. So it's all the ones, interestingly, 1, 1, 1 for 1. That's something special, that's for sure. I meant the 1, 1, 1 for 1. That's what I meant.
Special day, holiday, UAE, and a special little occasion here. on international match number 3 in this 5-match series.
Sri Lankans should make sure that they don't allow this run rate to climb. Now, at the moment, the required run rate is 5.31, well within their grasp, because in modern cricket, T20 cricket, we've seen runs as much as 10 to 11 runs being scored per over in the last 4 to 5 overs. So big run rates are gettable if wickets are in hand. Once again to the fieldsman. So Pakistan will try to build some pressure here. That's one way of frustrating the batsman. And try and bowl as many dot balls as they can. Try and lure the batsman to do something different. Maybe make the batsman think of doing something different. Looking to go over the top, improvising. And they might think of sneaking in with a wicket. Now this is trouble, this is definite trouble. Now this is what we were talking about. Finally a run out. Terrible misunderstanding. Sangakkara is disappointed. But Pakistan, they've got the wicket they wanted, and 1 for 2.
Nelson struck, and Sangakkara is furious with Dilshan not running there. He wanted it. He was going with it. He's 5 short of a half century. It is that 1 for 2.
Well, the birthday boy, Dinesh Chandimal, is in. He's here because there was a terrible misunderstanding between Sangakkara and Dilshan. There was a possibility that this could have happened before, but it was 111 when Sri Lanka lost the second wicket. And that man, Shahid Afridi, can you keep him out of the action? Direct hit, and Sangakkara was gone. It's a big wicket. Is this the opening Pakistan wanted? Well, Sri Lanka has an unfinished job. Pakistan will want to sneak in with another one if they can. Gulu will bowl to Chandimal. Now they're running again. Dilshan was tentative. Well, there was a run in the end, but I thought Dilshan wasn't ready.
Comfortable and, more importantly, off Nelson. Off the 1-1-1. Easy one here. A little bit of a stuttered start for Dilshan. Now, not been the greatest runner in the world. Between wickets over his career. Shahid Afridi. Can't keep him out of the game. And just what Misbah wanted. Gulon to get a wicket. Well, it's a run out. And another good delivery. Thinking of 2. Dilshan wants it. Gonna be quick. And he is in the end. 114 for 2.
Pakistan looking to build pressure, particularly on Dinesh Chandimal. That last over, series of dot balls, and this is what happened in the last ball. Now this is what pressure can do when you're without runs, and when you want to run, you might be looking to do something completely outside the realm of play, and Dinesh Chandimal was looking for a run that was non-existent. Could have easily resulted in another run out.
He's just feeling the heat a little bit, Chandimal. He's faced 10 deliveries. And what's happened here? The pressure started to towel, and he's unleashed. Down on one knee. And Freddie won't mind that. He knows that's a little bit of a slog and a get-out-of-jail stroke.
Well, Chandimal is quite capable of shots like that. He is actually very special talent. Can play some outrageous shots. Just like that. He needs to make sure that his shot selection is right. That's better. That's definitely better. Get a run and then you follow it up with a single.
Yeah, it's a good result for Sri Lanka. He's just pumped that one over mid-wicket, and he's got a single to get off strike. So it's Dilshan receive more of the strike again. 6 off the over, 2 to go. And the experienced captain is in. Strike. And he's happy to do that. Nothing too outrageous, even if there's another dot ball. Run rate, sure, nearly 5.5, but you know the equation. You know what has to be scored. And you've got wickets in hand. It won't be out. 126 for 2 now.
Oh, beautifully done. Played it late and into the gap. 133 now, Sri Lanka. Both teams jostling for positions, and this is going to be a delicate part of the game where it'll be cat and mouse kind of a situation. Pakistan looking to pressurize Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka trying to get off Pakistan's net, courtesy Tilakratne Dilshan. Now he becomes the key for the Lankans now. Oh, ball them round his legs. A little bit of bat and a lot of luck and a lot of smiles. Pakistan have done it. The crowd's absolutely loving every bit of Afridi's assault on the Sri Lankans. He's been outstanding in the field already. Initiated a run out and now a wicket in shape of dangerous Tilakratne Dilshan. Unlucky way to go, but he has to go for 60 for 133 for 3. The 10,000th mark will be far away from his mind at this stage. I think his position or his mind or the state of mind would be ready to make Sri Lanka win this game. Now, how unlucky was Tilakratne Dilshan, gloving this one back onto the stumps and looking for the reverse flick in the end, anything to avoid that accident. Bail was off, arms were raised. Afridi has netted Pakistan a major breakthrough.
It was a bit unfortunate. Dilshan batted really well right throughout from start, but it was a bit unfortunate to drag it into the stumps.
Stylishly off the mark. He's been very lucky on that occasion, Shahid Afridi. Had that not touched the gloves, could have been awarded as a wide to the Sri Lankans. Dislodging the bail and dislodging Tilakratne Dilshan.
Yeah, Ramesh, earlier on the luck was with Sri Lankans. There were a few run-outs. It was missed. This is the luck came a Pakistani way. So they need that breakthrough badly. Dilshan was batting very well. Chandimal worked down the leg side for a single. After this 6th over in progress, he bowled really well. And Misbah-ul Haq is managing really well. He get it from short spells. It has been managed really well.
Look at where that white ball was going. Down the leg side, was dragged onto the stumps by Dilshan. It's 135 for 3. Oh, that's put away beautifully. He waited for the ball, waited for the spin on it, and then thrashed it off the back foot on a slow pitch. That is a magnificent shot.
Ajmal just outside the off-stump, a lot of width to Chandimal. Push it through to extra cover for 4 runs. Sri Lankans need this odd 4 every other over just to get the run rate, keep the run rate going on.
He's wiping the dew off the ball. He's got a hanky as well, Saeed Ajmal. That's more like it. He's got to keep it tight. Chandimal doesn't always read him properly. Was dismissed in one of the earlier games. Tussled him with a dusra. All he has to do now is to rotate the strike. He's hit 1 for 4. Just keep the momentum going. Expose Mahela to the strike because he's beautiful and so calm against spin. Very artistic. It's Played the lap sweep for runs. Good thinking. Umar Gul stops the ball with the boot. 2 runs taken. In fact, it's Sohail Tanveer. Tall, lanky. Handled that one well.
Yes, Chandimal is a young player, a lot of potential, and he got opportunity bat number 4 in front of Mahela Jayawardene. So he makes sure that he make use of his place. This is the one he sweep, just paddle sweep between wicketkeeper and the short fine leg for 2 runs.
Oh, it was the Dusra one, the straighter, that was not read properly by Chandimal. Yeah, came at the back of the palm and he was shaping to play towards the onside.
Chandimal couldn't read that properly, but that's the area Ajmal should concentrate. Bowl more on those areas. Just push through the long on for a single.
Appears to be in the bowl of Mahela. Chandimal, not a big basher of the ball, but very stylish and likes to know where the fielders are. He always seems to be surveying the field. Saeed Ajmal is varying his pace. Last ball was the quickish one from him. Not a lot of spin from Saeed Ajmal. He always keeps it nice and tight, and every now and then deliver that wonderful punch with Dusra.
.142 for 3.
On the bounce to Shahid Afridi. He was interested for a little while. Chandimal just stopping his shot. Wanted a single through mid-off and did this check drive.
Chandimal doesn't want to throw his wicket, and he's just watchful today. Just work towards the mid-wicket for single. It's 2. They're putting pressure, a lot of pressure on the Pakistanis. They're taking the first run fast. Put pressure on the Pakistani fielders. It's a big ground, Ramis. A lot of 2s and 3s if you put real pressure on the fielders. And also not much dew like the last game. The last game was a lot of dew, and the spinners couldn't hold the ball at all. The ball was changed once.
He's keen to work the ball away towards the leg side because there's only one fielder in the ring. 3 men on the offside in the ring. Afridi wants him to drive, possibly look for that cut shot through the offside, but so far Chandimal has been quite willing to work it away against the spin towards the leg side, and already 3 runs of the first 3 balls, so successful outing so far for Chandimal against Afridi.
Mahela Jayawardene need to be settled down a little bit. He'll work the ball earlier on, but after he settled down, he played some improvising shots. He got confidence in the last game. He got a 50 and batted well. And he was struggling throughout the series.
An educated edge for 4. And the pressure once again on Afridi and on Pakistan. This has been a very good over for the Sri Lankans. I think the pace of Mahela not really will determine the winner from the loser, because he's so important and a critical person in this script. Making good use of the pace of Afridi's straighter one and played it away fine for 4.
It was too full and quicker. Just outside the off stump. Mahela tried to play the offside.
.149 for 3. Starting after the drinks break. Mahela is just happy putting the ball into the gaps. Not worried about muscling the ball for 4s and 6s. I think Sri Lankans have not reached that stage where they look to be desperate. Still can be done in singles and 2s.
Yaramis. That's what Mahela Jayawardene is doing. Try and work out the singles. Dinesh Chandimal work towards the leg side. Another single. Dilshan and Sangakkara both thinking how they got out. Dilshan was unlucky. Sangakkara was run out.
Well, that's beautifully done. Once again making use of Afridi's pace, and well, the dew took the ball away from here like Shoaib Malik. Now one away from 10,000 runs. But have a look at this beautiful, delightful, crafty late cut.
He was waited ball to come and just with the pace work the ball towards short third man for 4 runs. He's very good at it. When he's playing well, when he watch the ball, he work those balls. He work on short third man, short fine leg work those 4 runs. Just towards short mid wicket. That's Mahela Jayawardene's 10,000 runs. I did a lot of hard work. Played brilliant cricket for Sri Lanka so long, and he got 10,000 runs for Sri Lanka.
Has been tremendous for world cricket, not only for Sri Lankan cricket. The way he's put his head down and just carried on batting for Sri Lanka. He's been a great ambassador for the game, and wishing him a lot more because he deserves it. Chandimal is in good company. Mahela Jayawardene, they're just asking him to relax, not worry about the big shots. Now everyone knows what he's achieved. It's on the big screen. Just reached 10,000 one-day runs. It's 160 for 3.
And he's going to come around the wicket and make life difficult for the batsman, because he's going to bowl those doosas from around the wicket. If you're not a good player on the onside, which Mahela is, of course, he's a very fine onside player. Wide. Should be wide. Yes, wide.
What was he appealing for? He was quite excited, Said Ajmal. Didn't touch anything, so it was a wide.
Trying to bluff the umpire.
Yeah, that's the only explanation. Maybe it just clicked the thigh, I don't know. But extra ball for Sri Lanka. Oh, very well bowled, very well bowled. Now they're asking for the stumping. Now he's gone upstairs. This could be critical. Let's see.
Well, Sarfraz Ahmed Young, the wicketkeeper, is very confident that Mahela had something to do with the... Ooh, just came back, isn't it? It just seemed like that he's going to land over the line, but just pull his foot back. Oh, he's in the air maybe. Maybe he's in the air. It's going to be a very tight one here.
Tough one for the third umpire. Get the feeling he just grounded his foot from that angle. Let's see. Oh, the feeling is just in, but third umpire has a really, really tough one.
This will tell us the story.
This might be definitely clearer. Really tough, really tough. Inconclusive, inconclusive. Where are the bails? Tough one, tough one.
Well, they have to zoom it in. They have to zoom the... Might be out actually. It's just in the air. It's going to be a tough one for the third umpire.
So what happens if there is a bit of doubt, Waka?
Batsman, simple.
That's the point. Even if it's the third umpire, there is a doubt, has to go to the batsman. So, but here, not conclusive. Really tough one. Really tough one.
Well, he's not happy, the third umpire. He wants to make sure that all the angles are covered. Oh, I don't want to be the third umpire here.
A really tough one. Really tough one. I think he's in. Well, we're waiting for the umpire's decision. What will it be? So, well, Pakistan has got a big one. Mahela Jayawardene out. Given out by the third umpire. Richard Illingworth. Very tight one. But that's the decision.
A very important wicket. A huge wicket for Pakistan. This might change the game here. Mahela Jayawardene gone for 70s, 168 for.
Angelo Matthews is the new batsman. Pakistan getting a wicket off the first legitimate delivery of the power plays. The first one was a wide, the next one was stumped, though it was not conclusive. It was a tough call.
Well, we've seen Saeed Ajmal bowling this kind of delivery many a time, but to tell you, there was one hell of a stumping. Just quick, and I don't know how he figured out that his foot was just left the crease for maybe a split of a second, and he took the bails off.
It was inconclusive. Very, very tight. It was a real tough one for the third umpire. Mahela Jayawardene a bit unlucky.
Yeah, let's have a look at it once more with the zoomer on, which the umpire saw the last bit, and maybe we can just talk on that and see.
Now what's going on here? Sri Lanka has been terrible with their running. It's unbelievable the way they have attempted singles. Now once again take a look at Mahela Jayawardene's dismissal. Now we're not sure whether the foot is already grounded and he was just pushing. It's not sure. You can't say it. You can't tell it. He was just pushing his foot back. So was it already on the ground? I couldn't really tell.
Well, I agreed with you to an extent that when the foot just touched the ground, it might have been just touching because we couldn't really see exactly if the foot has just touched or not. But when you press the foot, that's when you see it's bending. So by then the bails were off. So I think that's what umpire thought.
This is very well bowled. Ajmal can be a real threat, real challenge. That's what he did with Jayawardene's wicket. See, he might be touching the ground at that point, but he's still pushing just to make sure. And you see that the toe is bending. So was he touching the ground at that point? End of the over. 168 for 4. Now this is better. This is very good. 2 bouncers, 4. That's what Angelo Matthews needs to do. That's exactly what he did.
We spoke a lot about Angelo Matthews' talent and ability and what he can do. This is what he can do. Can he make Sri Lanka win from here? There's a possibility, but he's got to play like this. This is how Angelo Matthews plays.
Judging by his potential, one would back him to play like that. He's somebody who can really go after the bowling, can hit the big shot. Can't allow the Pakistan bowlers to dictate too much of terms, because Saeed Ajmal is creating a lot of problems at the other end. One making offside Ajmal has been difficult, so they need to look at the opposite end if they can.
This is what Pakistan got in the tank. Umar Gul still got 4 overs. Razak has bowled 4, bowled really well. I think it's more about Saeed Ajmal and Afridi.
This has been a good comeback by Sohail Tanvir after that boundary of the first ball. The next 2 deliveries have been dots. Yes, they got Afridi. They got an over from Afridi. They got 3 overs from Ajmal. So that's 4. Hafiz has 4 overs. The spinners have been good. Razak, good economy. So by and large, the bowling has been disciplined. That's the challenge for Sri Lanka because Pakistan has been steady. Once again, this should go all the way. It does. It's a good shot by Angelo Matthews. Straight over mid-wicket.
Clean as whistle, isn't it? Beautiful stroke. Lovely stroke. Well caught in the deep.
Mario Villavarayan, I can tell you, he was a very good first-class cricketer. Good seam bowler. Played his cricket with Russell Arnold. No doubt that he held it with both hands. He's a good fielder.
When you talk about hitting, when it comes to hitting with Angelo Matthews, he can hit it very clean. Look at this. That's clean. Right from the middle of the bat, and that has gone fair distance. All about timing, isn't it? It's all about timing. When your wood meets the ball. Lovely stroke.
Watched the ball onto the bat and just whipped it with the inward movement of Sohail Tanvir. So 10 of the over, 184 for 4. 74 runs the target. Ajmal will continue. That's what they need to do. Just push it, look for singles against Ajmal, not the big shots. That's the right idea.
Well, a little bit of pressure has been pushed back onto Pakistanis. So from the last over, Angelo Matthews hitting 6 and 4 has sort of broken that surrounding, which was where the Pakistan was stopping those singles. They've gone back. There you go. Singles are available now. So Pakistan is a little bit on the back foot.
You need one good over. You break the shackles and then you might be pushing it around for singles. And that's what Sri Lanka need. Just keep knocking it into gaps and do it in singles. On the other hand, Pakistan would want to build on the pressure. Now the asking rate has come down marginally. It was at 6.75, but it's more like 72 of 64 balls. It's balls against runs. Are not in control of this. Now this might be out. It is. Chandimal, the batsman. Saeed Ajmal's magic has worked again. Shoaib Malik, the catcher. He's a substitute for Imran Farhat. Pakistan having the breaks at the right time.
Yeah, needed that wicket, Pakistan. Youngster played extremely well. Chandimal gone for 31. It's 186 for 5.
Lasit Malinga has been promoted in the batting order. He has a strike rate of just under 80. Obviously, he's been sent with the license to go after the bowling.
Well, the idea was right from Chandimal. This was a dusra. He was looking to go over the top of extra cover or top of cover. Couldn't really get close to the ball, close enough. That's why he couldn't control that shot.
This is another look. Yes, he was looking to go inside out. It was cleverly bowled by Saeed Ajmal. He's an experienced campaigner. he wasn't close enough, as Waka said. In the end result was the bottom hand coming into play. Sri Lankans are very watchful. They're not taking any chances with the side Ajmal. Just one more ball to go in the batting power play. Side Ajmal has been good. He's gone for just 30 runs. And this is the 8th over. He's already got 2 wickets. .186 for 5.
It's the one that turned, in a way. Afridi didn't want that one to turn. It should have just gone on and hit off stump, but it's just turned a bit. Hello, Russell.
Good day. Exciting times. How close was that? Well, he's not going to hang around looking at many more. He's had a look. Lasith Malinga, he's here for a reason.
Big shout. Nip back and sliding, and there's the slow dead. The finger does come up in the end, and they can challenge if they so wish for a review.
It looked pretty straight, Danny, and it was the slider from Afridi. But Lasith Malinga not sure of the height. He reckons it's hit him a little high. After a word to Matthews, he decides to check that out.
I reckon it turned a little bit more than we think. Just want to have a look at this. Richard Gillingworth upstairs. He'll want to have a really good look at this. Just want to tick that box. That's all fine, the front foot. And then we're just going to see where it pitches, turns, how much does it go? Is it sliding too much?
It's hitting him quite high. From the back of the hand, the usual one that just keeps sliding through. Definitely will have to have another look at that one. Need to make sure if there was any back. I don't think so.
Height's definitely a factor. And Hawkeye time. And now hitting the top. Umpire's call, and he's already given it. So that'll be an indication that that'll stand, and that our friend Lasith Malinga is going to go. Sure enough, he's going to have to depart, and is the 6th one down for Sri Lanka. And there's still plenty of time in terms of balls left, but they're running out of wickets are the Sri Lankans. Malinga departs for a duck. It's 186 for 6. Glenn Mendes is the new man, and I wondered certain Mr. Pereira might have come out instead of Malinga, but this young man finds himself out there up against Afridi.
The Sri Lanka need to get closer. Can't afford to take any more chances. Mendy's out there because a promoted Lasith Malinga was out in this manner. Benefit of the doubt. Again staying with the umpire. There is doubt. We saw a similar one going Pakistan's way when they were batting. Hafiz was given not out, and when reviewed it stayed not out. And then again Mahela Jayawardene as LBW. Oh sorry, stump. I thought he knocked out to stay with him there as well. So the rub of the green going Pakistan's way, and in a tight match can be very costly. But nevertheless, Angelo Matthews, he's the man who can turn it around. He needs someone to stay there with him, someone to knock it around.
Called yes and then said no. It is happening out there as the run rate now climbs to 7.75.
Couldn't get it into that gap, Angelo Matthews. A wonderful dive from Jeevan Mendy. Short man and a lot of ground to cover. Top game of cricket, Danny.
Wants to strike and will keep it. Matthews, 188 for 6. There's an old single. Be careful here, right-handers, because Ajmal, he's up to his old tricks, coming right arm round and throwing in lots of doosras, lots of sliders.
That's the problem, to pick him. Sri Lanka do have to take a calculated risk now and again, but still gettable. Try and get close to the 46th over, maybe get up to 220 and leave about 35 to 40 runs the last 4 overs, which would mean just a blow now and again. That's gettable. That's how you look at it, Danny.
Oh, easy, isn't it? Block a couple, smash a couple, or get an outside edge just like that. And that's racing away for 4.
Well, not on purpose, but these things will add on as well. So keep hanging in there, keep chipping away. Definitely not on purpose, but this is what you need. These things will come, a wide, a loose ball. As the pressure shifts, you need to get closer.
The advantage there for all to see is that Mendes, being the left-hander up against Ajmal, will work nicely to take most of the strike and open up that offside, because he clearly strangles the right-handers. Does Saad Ajmal, loves to bowl to them more and use that angle.
He's in his 9th over. It's not going to be much more of him. But 51 balls, that's a lot of balls.
Absolutely. I want a cheeky single. He'll miss it and get it. Yeah, when you look at it like that, Russell, that's the thing about really good finishers. Guys that can just pace it, and that's clearly Matthews' job. Just have to be sensible, pinch those little singles, and then just look at the equation. How many balls left, and then what you can do in the over, who you're up against, how you can finish an over. Another cheeky one. No run.
There are plenty of runs. This is what they need to do. The closer they get, the pressure will turn. And also be aware that to get yourself out of the way at all the time. Because this was 2 balls ago. Look at that roll. There was no one backing up. The fielder on the line. Mendes gets in the way. Another run there.
Oh, I love you living and breathing it. Russell Arnold. 7 off this over. Leading edge, and that's all it'll be. But it means Matthews is on strike. 195 for 6. Right on target is good.
He asked him lots of questions from Matthews, bowling wicket to wicket. The idea is, of course, to get off strike, but what does he do? No option. That's real good cricket from Umar Gul. This is where it really matters. Every decision the batsman or the fielders make out there would have an impact on this game. Sometimes you come in and make runs when the game is lost. Sometimes when it's easily won.
Down the track. And has a big heave at it. And a bit of fortune for Matthews. It's another boundary. More importantly, it's the score now down to 59. It's almost 200 for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, he was targeting over mid-off or to over extra cover because the fielders were in the circle. But it's 4. That's all you're after. Nothing else. And Matthews knows that. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. That's what they'll be saying.
A little conference. Senior pros and the captain just discussing some fields. He's also got to be brave enough, Gul, to bowl slower deliveries. Changes the pace. Think about the fine leg, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to go with the fine leg, come up, put long off back, and then possible plan is to get it up in the hole. Really try and bowl straight, batter misses, you hit the stumps leg before has got to be the simple strategy. Thrown in, if you're brave enough as a bowler, with a really good slow delivery. Leg side-ish, got protection there.
He's got the boundary. So now they need to get the singles. Sri Lanka go past 200. So 3 balls, 5 runs. Make sure you get 3 singles off the next 3 balls. That's 8 off the over. That's what you need to do. No panic. Believe in yourself and keep rotating the strike.
It's taken a while. It's the slowest, in fact, of the 50s for Sri Lanka.
That's what you want to come quicker, because 30 of that was in the batting power play.
Nice and simple. Tremendous. Strike back to the senior partner. Good cricket.
Runs in this situation, that's what really matters. This man, he's the man who can do it for Sri Lanka, and he can do different things. He's got power, very clever at maneuvering the ball. This is Matthews. He's been going down the pitch. That's when he's got all the boundaries. You can see him going over long on. One went to third man, but even in that delivery, he was going down the pitch. He uses his feet to make a change.
There is the slow ball, and he's lucky to get away with it. Fine leg up, and it just needed to go a bit wider, and it could have been more than just the single. 7 off, 1 to go.
Yeah, hence no pace on it. Just couldn't beat fine leg. A lot of discussion there. Lots of ideas being thrown out from the senior players. Afridi from mid-off, Misbah from extra cover. Partnership 16 or 15.
Shorter one and beautifully played. Lovely stuff, deft touch, got to come back for 2. And has it gone for 4? It has. What an absolute bonus, because Ajmal couldn't haul it in. 11 off, it's 206 for 6. There's the delay in the action. It's short. And they'll get 2 comfortably. So 42 from 35. Suddenly you just find the fence a couple of times, and if you really get it sweet, get it over for 6, and then it is a little bit more nervy for the fielding side. Tension starting to mount in these death overs. He's trying to drive that ball a bit more. It's well bowled. Really well bowled. Dot balls at this stage are gold.
You notice most of the fielders are 10 yards in from the boundary line, because they do sense that Jeevan Mendes is not going to clear the boundary, but he's good at hitting the gaps, and they're running hard so that they can get in quick to the ball.
Oh, beautifully bowled again. It angled in, and it was a bit quicker. And the result was the good one, though. Get the strike back to Matthews.
Yeah, that pause, that's what causes all the problems.
.1. Matthews, does he go here? Does he back himself and says, I've got time, plenty of balls, but do I go here?
No, Danny. He should just knock it around, get closer, take the game to the last 2 or 3 overs.
Mr. Conservative here, Dr. Arnold next to me. It's just a little bit of stroke, nice little touch. He's happy to wait.
With the pressure quietly being shifted onto the Pakistanis. After every ball, you can see lots of things being said, end of each over. Everyone's gathering together to really plan it out. They're playing it smart. They just got to hold it for a couple of overs more, 2-3 overs longer.
This is the wonderful nature about your temperament, about being able to finish, when to go, and picking the right moment, the big moment on the big stage. Big shout, and he's been given. Wow, no more reviews, so he has to go, Mendes.
They did go a long way across, Jivan Mendes. When you do that, you know you can't miss it. Fair enough option though, but a shame for Mendes. He's missed the ball.
And a shame for Sri Lanka. It means that it's the 7th wicket that goes down, and Mendes' little gem comes to a finish. He's gone for 19. It's 218 for 7. And there's Pereira, and I just think maybe he could have come in instead of Malinga. And he's a strong customer. And the good thing is that he can find the fence or go over. He's going to need to, because Mendes just got too far across, just a little, and certainly was going to go into middle and leg stumps.
I don't mind what he was trying to do. It's just a shame he missed that, because he knows that. He's getting in front to use that leg side. He's taken over from Daryl Harper.
Yes, with that technique with the finger, put it up nicely, umpire Raza, and simple decision really. He's got too far across, Mendes, and just discussing that now.
And bringing Hafiz on, what a brave move from Misbah ul Haq. You wouldn't have expected it. You had overs from Umar Gul, who's not going to bowl out, but he's gone to his part-time bowler, we would say, in this lineup.
Well, handy too that Sri Lanka have got a big strong man in Pereira to come in, and he's also left-handed, so that's another good positive. So another lefty for a lefty. Mendes gone, and his little cameo 19 did a good job. Skids through. They'll think about 2. They won't get it. 219 for 7. Leading edge from Pereira, but importantly, it gives the strike. Now he wants 2. He's coming back, Pereira. Comfortable. So a leading edge just dropped into no man's land. Another 2 important runs.
He will bowl again. He's got a big bat. Look at the pace he gets on it. And it's poor Razak again.
He gets stuck into him, Russell. One of the old boys. Pakistan lineup. Oh, confusion. And sent back.
The easy way to look at this is for each batsman to think, I just need to get 20 runs. Rather than looking at what's needed, 37 of 28 balls. Very capable Thisara Pereira of getting 15 to 20 runs. That's all Sri Lanka need. Try and make this, the way you look at it, as simple as possible.
It's sensible, just give the strike back. Well, look, situation here. All of a sudden, you get Matthews, and he gets a couple in his zone, and he just whistles them over the fence. Different ball game. 2 big lusty blows, and it just blows this game right open. It's double Nelson for 7.
Najmal has 3 balls left. No need to take any risk. Try against the faster bowlers and whoever else that Pakistan will have coming at them.
Well, that's not a good delivery. It's a little extra to the total. Just relieves a bit of tension and pressure. You just sense it and feel it a bit. The ball's now got a bit more wet, so out comes the rag. Just swap the balls.
And also the glare at the wicket keeper. They just got a dry ball, and Ajmal would have been able to do a little bit more, and that might be a reason he's been brought in too. The ball with the dry one. He'll have a few harsh words to Safras Ahmed.
Matthews has a good look at the field. Lugs him all round. A little bit fuller and watchful. And again, that ball all the way along the ground, getting a bit wet. 2 to go in this over. 5 off with the wide.
The batsmen also need to be aware of what the dew can do to the ball. It's not going to grip, but it will slide through, it will skid through.
Bowling! Absolute jaffer. And as he pumped or what, in his last over, he strikes. And it's a big one. Real big wicket this. Matthews is running out of partners. Pereira, he gets knocked over for 4.
Just looking to play onside. Pereira just couldn't come into the game. That's a big blow for Sri Lanka. Just the 4 runs to him, 224 for 8.
Young Prasanna just had a handful of games. Pressure situation. All he has to do here, he's just got to survive this delivery into the over, and it allows Matthews to then maybe roll the dice. Well played, simple. Ends the 46th. 224 for 8. Matthews on strike. Slower ball. And he's missed it. Good thinking from the bowler.
12 plus. That's what Sri Lanka need, just to bring it back. You don't want to leave too much for the last over. And the 49th will be bowled by Umar Gul. So a couple of boundaries this over required.
Prasanna can't get off strike. He's blocked the last 4 deliveries he's faced.
He's still not got off the mark. He's faced 6 balls. Of course, he kicked one and got off strike. Again, very wide of the crease, so close. But well bowled by Tanvir. No chance for Sikuge Prasanna.
Extremely unique action. Another slower delivery. And yet another dot ball.
Well, he's got to do something different with Sohail Tanvir coming from so wide of the wicket. I think he's got to get outside off stump and help it on its way. He's got to do something different. Get outside the line, help it. He'll struggle to find his target as well.
Third man's come up. Fine leg still up. It's a lovely blow, and it's gone for 4. Just what Sri Lanka needed.
A good blow from Sikuge Prasanna, but the skipper, he let it through. It's quite a bit of dew and the ball would have skidded off the ground. Got underneath him.
Just opened up that front hit with Prasanna. And it just sped away, skimmed away over the dew. 2 to go. Can he get another boundary in this over? Just be happy to give the strike to Matthews with the delivery left. "13 balls and 25 needed."
It's a massive ball in this game, the next one. It's all about how you feel and how you think out there. So a boundary here, or even a 6. I mean, we're hoping for the best. It's getting so difficult for Sri Lanka.
You are, aren't you? And a single will suffice. Keep the strike. 234 for it. The ball saw Matthews going. Prasanna thought about the second, but it's well fielded, quick to the ball.
Umar Akmal it was. Anticipated well, got to it really quickly. But here Umar Gul, even better, followed Matthews. It's not gone to plan for Sri Lanka. They've left it too late, or it has happened so because it's been quality Pakistan bowling.
We've got fine leg up, and we've got third man. If you like a little bit of lady luck, that nice little French cut or flashing blade outside off stump to a full one, and it could go screaming through the slip cordon and find the rope that way. So they need something like that, a bit of luck, Sri Lanka. Slower one, hoisted away, and it's that man again. Take a bow, Side Afridi. Can't keep him out of the game. And the 9th one goes down for the men in blue.
Yeah, like you were saying, the boundary option was off the edge. Not the big hit. Struggling to clear the ground. Sikwe Prasanna, just the 5 runs to him. Sri Lanka 235 for 9.
The big frame of Dilhara Fernando. He won't be on strike. He crossed, and Prasanna tried to belt one over the fence. So it's Matthews. And again, a well-directed full delivery. Just another single.
This was the last wicket. Sikwe Prasanna. Another slow one. He threw the shot very early. Straight into Afridi's palms. But backing himself, Umar Gul with the slow one and giving him length. We were talking about rotating the strike and getting Matthews on strike. But interesting stat here, Danny. Last 33 balls, Matthews has just faced 11 balls and scored 11 runs.
Yeah, it tells a story, that doesn't it? Just couldn't get enough of the strike, Angelo Matthews. So wanting to have another look at these bats. For about the 4th time, he's had a look and a bit of a chat. Randeev running out the blades. With Dilhara Fernando about to face his first delivery. Yunus Khan at mid-off, just having a chat with the bowler on the edge of the 30-metre circle. Another slower one. No, got it up there. Thought about a slower one. He's bowled them beautifully tonight.
He hit it hard. Dilhara Fernando did hit it hard. But look at it, into the ground. Goes nowhere.
22 from 8. Just getting it a bit steeper with every delivery. And just again in more discussion. We've got Misbah waving his arms, moving the field. Men on the fence. He wants third man to be brought back up. Leave fine leg up. So he's got the man to go back again. That's Afridi, who just took the catch of Prasanna. So the big hoisting slogs to the leg side are covered. Bowling, it's all over. And there goes Umar Gul on a victory lap. Oh, big broad smile for Umar Gul, who finishes the job and picks up his 3rd wicket. Big smiles for Mohsin Khan, the coach, and lots of high fives for the Pakistan team. Fernando had to go for glory. They were running out of deliveries. Quick, straightish at the pads, gave himself room, Fernando, and it just cannoned back off those big legs and onto the stumps. Yeah, they were feeling the pressure, Pakistan, and they've come through. They were 1-0 up, then it was 1 apiece on Monday, and now this Friday it is 2-1 to Pakistan. 64 to the captain Dilshan and 45 to Sangakkara with the big standouts. Chandramal on his 22nd birthday couldn't go on past 31, and Jawardner got a start, got to 17 and then was out-stumped. Matthews left high and dry, they're 32 not out, and the tail just couldn't hang in there enough. Useful from Mendes with 19 from 15, but then just fell away very quickly with Pereira, Prasanna and Fernando, the last man out. Bowling makes a pretty good reading. Umar Gul hadn't taken a wicket in the first 2 matches, ends up with 3 for 48 tonight. And then Ajmal, he continues on with some good form from the Test series as well. 3 for 42. Afridi 2 for 42, and Hafiz 1 for 29. Pakistan, they posted 257 and should have got more. And then Sri Lanka, in reply to that 257, could only muster 236. Pakistan win by 21 runs and lead the series 2-1.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.